Here's your process of learning a worship song by ear on the piano. So the first thing you have to be able to do, they put that song on Spotify or the radio, wherever you're listening, you have to be able to find the key of the song. Okay, so you have to know your scales on the piano so that you can figure out what the key is. And you'll do that by process of elimination. So you hear some melody notes that they're singing. So for example, maybe they're singing, "Oh, come to the altar." So you're going to go, you're like, all right, oh, okay. Okay, okay. You can start matching it up. And then you do that process of elimination of going, well, maybe B, maybe it's in the key of B. Let me try a B scale. Kind of play that scale along with it. And then you're figuring out what key it is. So you can't know keys if you don't know scales. So learn your scales. All right, then the next part of that, once you know that is you have to look out for things like signature licks. What is a signature lick? So again, in "Oh Come to the Altar," it starts like this. Are you hurting and broken within? Right? So that's kind of the defining thing of the song. You hear that lick, and people go, "Oh, I know what song we're doing now." So signature lick is a big thing. Again, know your scales in order to try and figure those out and navigate through doing that. One big thing that'll help you in this next part is listening to bass notes. So you got to start figuring out the chord progressions. You're figuring all of this out on your own. So you have to listen to these bass notes. Listen to the lowest thing. Okay, so you start to hear those bass notes. You can find them, and that kind of gives away what chords that are playing. So we've already discovered we're in the key of B. We hear this note down here, so it's probably a B major chord. And then you hear this next note, that's an E, so it's probably an E major chord. And one thing that really helps you in this process is knowing something called diatonic chords. It sounds like a big word, don't let it scare you, but all it's talking about is there's kind of a process, there's a sequence of chords in every key. For example, let's go back to the key of C. If we're in the key of C, we'll see that the first chord in this, and it's all white notes, first chord is a C major. If you move everything up one, it's a D minor, E minor, F major, G major, A minor, and then B diminished. You just follow the scale to do that. And you can do that in every scale on the piano. So now if we're in the key of B, it does the same thing. But it always follows that same sequence of major, minor, minor, major, major, minor, diminished. You have this sequence of chords, your diatonic chords. And so I already kind of know what the possibilities are from this song. Yes, chords can happen outside of the key, but the major possibilities are going to be these diatonic chords. So I know if the bass note is B, then B is a major chord, or the first note of your scale is a major chord. And then your E is a major chord as well, your fourth note of the scale, the E. So understanding little things like that really drastically improves your ear because it eliminates so many possibilities that you can focus in and go, it's probably this, that's what it is. And then when it's not, that kind of grows you as well in your abilities because you figure out the little things that happen outside of the keys or the cool things that change up. For example, like in a song like Gratitude, where a normal major chord becomes a minor chord. So look out for those things, your scale, your key signature, your diatonic chords, listening for specific things that happen in the song, like signature licks. You'll be well on your way. Waving Nut here with Piano Meditation Worship Tutorials. If you want to keep digging into stuff like this, you can go to my other site called pianochops.com. I have amazing training through the worship path and different routes like that as well. So God bless you. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.